welcome to Meanwhile Back on the Hobby Farm Pantry Edition. Hey, we're loading up our main floor pantry. We still have, we've got a good part of it filled up, but as you can see, we got a lot of canned goods up there. Most of the stuff up here on the top, except on the left, the tomatoes that we canned this summer. And we can move that one over here. But the canned tomatoes we did this summer, and some of the jellies are from 2014. You may say, oh, that's old, it's going to be gross. No, it's been properly sealed. You can eat those things 15, 20 years later, as long as they're not open. But as you can see, a lot of the stuff is store-bought stuff. I'm not crazy about it, but you know what? If the poop hits the fan and the stores are closed or what have you, I will eat it. A lot of the stuff I would like to grow my own, except for the corn takes up too much room. I think what we're going to do next year is we're going to buy our locally GMO-free corn in the area, and we will can it ourselves. We won't be buying them in the cans. The cans are okay. I mean, if you look back at the sea rations from the armies, when I first joined the Army Reserves, we were just finishing up eating sea rations from the Vietnam era, and actually from, I believe, going back to the Korean War. And they were good, 25, 30 years. Hey, you lose a little bit of the flavor when they're in cans over the long period of time. However, like I said, a lot of these vegetables I will actually grow next year, not to sell at our stand, but just so we can can it ourselves. We know what's into it. And once we put it in canning jars, it'll be that much fresher, and you won't get that little metal taste after a few years. So next year we will grow our own carrots, peas, green beans, and like I said, we'll get the corn locally. And some of the stuff we're not going to grow. Our mushrooms, you know, and like I said, I really like to eat naturally as we can, but you know what? If it's between living and dying and starving to death, you will open up a can. An example, these Vienna sausages, I'm not crazy about them. But if I'm hungry enough, yeah, you bet, you're damn right, I'm gonna eat them. So that takes care of the top shelf. I mean, there's some canned soups and stuff. We could make our own broth, which eventually we may end up doing. Hey, check that out. Soy sauce. You might be able to find it if you really look hard out here in the Midwest, but if you go out in the East Coast, I grew up in that stuff. My mom used to make us ribs and chicken, and she would just lather it on with a brush, with a pastry brush, and I'll tell you, it's very similar to the sweet and sour sauce, but not as sweet. A lot of Chinese restaurants use them on spare ribs and chicken. Absolutely love it. And you see, you know, next you get the macaroni and beef can. Is that all good natural stuff? No, but again, if you're hungry enough, you will eat it. We're not expecting the end of the world, but you know what? You just never know what could happen. We're in crazy times right now in this world, and those stores close. You know, a lot of people are going to be screwed. We're not. We're going to be all set for a while. Next shelf down is our canning jars. We've got walnuts. We got pecans. This is our bacon area. We've got our brown sugar. We've got our chocolate chips, our white chocolate chips, pancake mix back there. We've got tuna helper that comes in a box. I don't like keeping stuff in a box because they're not even sealed in a vacuum package. They're just in a box. So here you go. You've got hamburger helper. Is it good and healthy for you? Like I said, you'll eat it. Behind it, we've got cake mix. We bought some cake mix. Eventually, I guess we can make our own. But in the meantime, you got breadcrumbs back there. Where was that? Where's the breadcrumbs? There they are. And over here, we've got 2 or 3 jars of cake mix, and then we've got some salad supreme type mix things. I put the paper in there so we know what the directions are and exactly what's in there. There's a jar of macaroni and cheese. Instant potatoes, can never have too many of those. I grew up on those. People say, oh, that's not real. It's real. They're dehydrated potatoes. It's real. You add water to them. Yeah, is it as thick and chunky as grandma's potatoes? No, but it is potatoes. We got quite a few jars of that. I've got oatmeal jars over here, a row and a half of them. Peanut butter. We've got tons of peanut butter. We got some snack things in here, some trail mix. You know, I just vacuumed this trailer mix. It says on the box it's good to 2023. I'm going to tell you, you put them in a vacuum jar right away when you get them. Those things will stay good for indefinitely, 10, 15 years. It's the way it is. Coffee. Can never have too much coffee. There was a coffee scare in the springtime because of the freezes in Brazil. And they said there's going to be a shortage. Well, guess what? There wasn't. But that's all right. We got plenty of coffee. We actually I want to stock up on some more. There's some Jello in a jar over there. And over, what's behind it? Oh, lemonade mix. You get sick of drinking water. There is lemonade mix back there. There's cocoa mix right there. We are just stocking up. The next shelf is just our miscellaneous stuff that obviously you're not going to put in canning jars, and that's going to be, you know, crackers and cookies and stuff like that. That rice I'm not crazy about. It was bought at Walmart, and a lot of that rice has been known to come from China, and they put plastic in it, believe it or not. I haven't tried it, but I've been told if you take a torch and you go over some of the rice that's sold at Walmart, it actually melts because it's plastic. It's not even rice. So that's not going to get canned because I plan on going to a health food store and getting some organic, true, real, non-plastic rice. That's how I'll say that 3 times quick. And over here we've got, I can put that helper stuff over here. We've got some of the stuff over here, the black, this is awesome stuff, really good for your health. Some broth, some other stuff, some canning supplies. And the bottom shelf is, except for those 2 boxes of cereals, because we don't eat cereal, that's for the goats. We've got empty containers because you never know what you want to be able to put in them or what have you. And we got our dog treats. But that's about it, folks. Just wanted to go over it. Our plan is to have these completely loaded up to the gill. And I'm going to be building another one down in the basement, which will be probably 3 times the size of this. And I'm just going to stock that baby up and you know, not only should stores get closed, whatever, you never know. I mean, yours truly here could break a hip, be out of work, have no money coming in. You know what? I don't have to worry about going to the store until I mend up. Although I'm 61, I don't know how quickly I would mend up at this old age. But at least I know I don't have to worry about food on my table. I will be well fed. And, you know, be prepared. I'm telling you, don't rely on, if I'm out, I'll just run to the store and get it because you never know, folks. Hey, that's about it. Nothing else is new over here on the hobby farm. Everything is going well. Winter's finally settling in. I say settling. Let me rephrase that. Summer's finally left. Winter has not arrived yet. We don't even have a frost in the forecast. We are going to be in the 30s the next 5 to 7 days at nighttime, 50s during the day, but they're still saying no frost. So that would be great. Not having a frost in the month of September is very unusual. Extremely unusual not having a frost in the month of October. Hey, wouldn't it be nice if we didn't have one all year? Wishful thinking. But anyway, folks, take care. Hope everybody's doing well. Please hit that subscribe button on the bottom right-hand side. We really appreciate it. Helps out the channel. And, hey, have a great weekend coming up. Take care.